welcome back to my channel. Today we will be working on my Camaro, and it is finally going to be getting a flex fuel kit installed, so that means it'll be able to run ethanol. I'm so excited for this. You guys have no idea how long I've been waiting for this. It's been quite a while because I can't wait to finally run ethanol and benefit from the extra power. So the kit that we'll be installing today is the Proflex Direct by Advanced Fuel Dynamics. Now, I'm very familiar with this company because I've already installed something similar but different on the Shelby GT350. So what I installed on the Shelby was the Proflex Commander by the same company, Advanced Fuel Dynamics. Now, I'll explain to you guys a little bit why it's similar but different. But as you can see, I already did get just a little bit ahead of myself, and I already started on this installation because one, I'm very excited and I couldn't wait, and two, this car needs to get dynoed, so I am in a little bit of a rush. The good thing that this is a very quick and straight to the point installation, so let me show you so far what I've done. So I already started and connected that sensor. Now that sensor is going to be in between this factory hose and then this other hose that's provided by Advanced Fuel Dynamics. Now, the only thing that's preventing you from disconnecting this factory hose is this clip right here. This is how it looks, and then you'll just be able to disconnect that with any pliers, and then you'll also need this quick disconnect tool, and then you'll be able to disconnect that just fine, and then you'll be able to put that sensor in between that hose and then the hose that Advanced Fuel Dynamics provides you, and then that goes back to the fuel rail. Now, the reason why the Proflex Commander and the Proflex Direct is similar but different is because with the Shelby, the Proflex Commander is pretty much plug and play. So once you connect it, you're all set to go. You can go ahead and start pouring ethanol in your car, and then you'll benefit from the added power without needing a tune. So it does not require a tune whatsoever. So for those of you that are interested in just ethanol in your car, but you don't really want to tune your car, and you have a Shelby GT350 or a Mustang, then that's perfect for you. But now this Proflex Direct that we'll be installing on the Camaro functions just like all the other flex fuel kits, in which the sensor will read the ethanol content. It does have to be enabled by the tune, so that means that yes, the Camaro will be getting tuned. I can already hear all of those factory warranty comments. All right, but with that being said, and already having done this step, I'm kind of going to start now with my way backwards, but let me show you why. So usually you want to start off with connecting the sensor, which I already did, then to the evap, and then here. So this would be the last step, but I think I'm just going to start here and just make my way backwards, just because from what I've seen online in videos and instructions, this is probably the most tedious step due to the lack of space, because once you disconnect this, you do have to feed this out from under the fuse box. So what some choose to do is actually remove the fuse box, and others just manage and just feed it out from here. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that because I really don't want to do another step and remove this. So what you need to do here is just disconnect this. This connects to the PCM. So if you see, there's a little red tab there, so you just pull outwards, then there's a level, you pull upwards, and then you just remove that, and then I'll just go ahead and manage my way out from under the fuse box and pull that out. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I managed to remove this without removing the fuse box. It was a little bit tight, but I did it. All right, so now that we're here, you'll have to start off by removing this black cover here. So there's two tabs here towards the bottom, one on each side. Then we move here to the front, and then you'll have to remove this blue front plate or cover, and then you can just, pretty much use any screwdriver. I'm using this one. You just have to be very, very careful using it here across the edges, and then that'll come off. So once you remove this black cover here, that's where all the pins will be, here towards the back. And then you'll just go to pin 38, and then you'll remove this plastic piece there, and then you can connect that yellow sensor wire to pin 38. So let's go ahead and do that. So just like I mentioned before, I went ahead and removed this gray plastic piece from pin 38, and I used these pliers to do so. So once you do that, you can go ahead and connect this yellow cable to pin 38. Then we can put this blue cover back on. Just make sure that once you do this, you make sure that these wires are flush with the cover, and then you can put this black cover on. Then we can route this under the fuse box and connect it back to the PCM. I'd say that this is probably the most complicated step just because of the lack of space. It's just a little bit annoying. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll reroute the cables just like I want them to, and then I'll show you what would probably be, then I'll show you what would be the second to last step to this installation. Before I show you what's here on this side, I do want to show you what's here because I know it can get a little bit confusing with the many different cables. So first off, let's start with that yellow wire that I connected to pin 38. So that has the other end, which is this one right here, and then this goes connected to the sensor. Now this sensor has another cable, which is this one, and then this sensor I just routed it through here, and then this goes connected one end to the flex link. So for the LT engines, this has the flex link. For the Shelby GT350, it has the Proflex Commander. So just like how I explained, it's similar but a little bit different. But one thing that I really do like about advanced fuel dynamics that other flex fuel kits don't have, this does allow you for Bluetooth connectivity via their app, and then that way you can check the ethanol content in real time. So I really do like that. Now they do sell two different options. One is that with the Bluetooth functionality. The other one, if you don't really want that, then if you have like an end gauge, then you'll be able to read your ethanol content that way. But then this has the other end, which I routed here. So that cable goes now into the evap sensor. So we'll go ahead and disconnect this one from factory and then connect this one to the factory sensor. This one that we just disconnected will be plugged in right here back to the advanced fuel harness. It does also have this ground cable, which you can connect anywhere you want. What I think I'm going to do is just route this underneath the intake elbow and then just connect it here, and then that's it. You're done with the installation. So I'll go ahead and take care of that, ground the cable, and then just clean up the wires with some zip ties, and then I'll see you guys back. And just like that, we are finished with the installation. I went ahead and cleaned up everything with the zip ties. Now I kind of want to run down through all of the steps fairly quickly, kind of like A through Z. I mean, just like you guys saw, it was a quick installation, but first, remember, you do have to disconnect the battery, and then you have to come here and disconnect the factory fuel line. Make sure you have a rag because some fuel will leak. Then you have to connect the sensor to the factory fuel line, and then that advanced fuel dynamics hose that then connects to the fuel rail. Then moving here, you have to disconnect this from the PCM, and remember, this is probably like the most tedious part just because of the lack of space, but once you get that out, you do have to connect that yellow wire into the pin 38. Then that goes back to the sensor, and then from the sensor it has another cable that one end connects to the flex link, and then the other end connects to the evap sensor. Now this is where it can get a little bit confusing just because of the many different cables here, but this is only if you purchase the flex link, which is for the Bluetooth capability. If you choose to not purchase that, then you won't have the flex link. It'll just be from the sensor, then the yellow wire to pin 38, and then to the evap sensor. So that's it. Now the car is ready to go to the dyno. Now at the dyno, once they get it tuned, they do have to enable that flex capability. One thing is that I won't be able to show you the Bluetooth functionality today because there's really no point since the car doesn't have ethanol, but I will show you that at the dyno, and that'll be in another video, so stay tuned for that. But with that being said, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.